The Conference of Minority Transportation Officials, COMTO, is the leading national advocate for employment diversity, inclusion, and contracting opportunities in the transportation industry. Through the leadership training, professional developments, scholarship and internship funding, political advocacy, partnership building, and networking opportunities. The Houston chapter began in 1985 to meet the needs of the diverse members of the Houston transportation community. Today, the chapter hosts networking events, educational forums, and workshops, and provides information about contracting opportunities in the region. Proceeds raised from this fundraiser support scholarships for students pursuing a college degree or technical training in a transportation-related field of professional development. COMTO Houston, moving the nation.
Now we'd like to go back to Steve Granson from HNTV, where he is the Houston Transit Practice Lead. Steve.
Welcome all COMTO members, honorees, sponsors, and supporters joining us virtually here today. We hope you enjoy our exciting program. While we will do our best to stay healthy, we're continuing to support our college students studying for careers in the transportation industry. Back to you, Melinda.
Thank you so much, Steve. Communication today will be from Robin Armstrong, who is the Strategic Planning Manager for Clark County Department of Aviation in Las Vegas, Nevada. Robin.
Thank you, Melinda. Let us pray. Our God, creator of all, I pray that we will know the blessing of your presence here today as we honor our scholarship recipients. Lord, you give your children the ability to acquire wisdom and rejoice when they gain true knowledge. Thank you for the intelligence, diligence, hard work, and leadership that we see in these young adults. Thank you for the parents and loved ones who support them, encourage them, and help to shape them. Thank you for the teachers who nurtured their minds and helped to develop their character. And we thank you for the work of our organization, Lord. We thank you for the way in which we work together for the future of our industry. We also thank you for Ms. DeLibero, for whom this scholarship is named. We thank you for her dedication and her contributions to the transportation industry and to the next generation of leaders. We thank you so much, Lord, for the generosity of all those who have made these scholarships today possible. Lord, we ask that you continue to guide these young adults as they move into the next chapters of their lives and strengthen them for the journey ahead. Help them fully develop the gifts you have given them to make this world a better place. Guide them in truth, guide them in love, guide them in life. Guide them, Lord, as they rise up and move forward. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Robin. Now I'd like to introduce a proven leader and a true public servant. He is Freddie Fuller, and he has spent his entire professional career in the public transportation industry. Currently, he is a vice president at Jacobs, where he leads new business capture for transit and rail pursuits in the Mid-Atlantic and Southeast regions. Freddie has been involved with COMTO since 1997 on the National Board of Directors since 2012 and is COMTO's national chair as well as secretary treasurer of the American Public Transportation Association, which is better known as APTA. The Houston chapter is thrilled to have Freddie provide greetings today. Mr. Fuller.
Great, thank you, Melinda. And good afternoon. I'm pleased to join you and celebrate the accomplishments of the outstanding scholarship winners today and to celebrate the 12th annual Shirley A. DeLibero Scholarship Program fundraiser. The mission of COMTO is to eliminate barriers to maximum participation for minority individuals, veterans, people with disabilities, and certified MWDBE businesses through leadership training, professional development, scholarship and internship funding, political advocacy, partnership building, and networking opportunities. Transportation is and always will be a vital element of our nation's economy and the mobility of communities. I salute the Houston chapter of COMTO for all of the outstanding work you're doing to ensure the future of transportation is a bright one. And I extend my congratulations to each of this year's scholarship winners. I also want to give out a shout out to the Queen of Transit, Shirley DeLibero, a good friend, and welcome to this year's keynote speaker, Howard County. And also I want to extend gratitude and appreciation to the COMTO Houston leadership team as we celebrate 50 years of COMTO. We're going to have our first virtual national meeting and training conference on September 28th through the 30th, 2021. I know you're all on your computer, so I'm going to ask you to take a moment and mark that date now, September 28th through September 30th, so that nothing else hinders you from participating in this virtual conference. We thank all of you for supporting COMTO as we continue to move the nation.
And to help us kick things off today, we also have another special guest who is coming up very shortly. Here is our Honorable District 6 State Senator, Carol Alvarado.
A quick hello. I am walking to the Astro game, hence you can see the attire. But I wanted to wish all of the recipients good luck. This organization is rich in history dating back to 1985 and named after one of my favorite ladies in transportation, Shirley DeLibera. She was fierce, she was passionate, and she wasn't afraid to rock the boat a few times. So to all of you who are recipients, follow in her footsteps. I don't know what all you're going to major in or what you're majoring in right now, but hopefully it's something in the transportation industry. Infrastructure is such an important part of our economy. And as you know, there's a big infrastructure project, hopefully making its way through Congress. So that just goes to show you how transportation and infrastructure are tied in. And if this is part of your career, you're going to be contributing to building an economy for our city, for our state, and for our country. So I wish all of you the best.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Senator
you.
Carol Alvarado. Thank you and enjoy the game. Go Stros.
Thanks.
Thank you for joining us today. Our next speaker is Ruben Landa, president of the COMTO North Texas chapter. He is also a Council of Presidents representative on the COMTO National Board of Directors. He is the Senior Communications Manager, Texas, for WSP. And he joins us now today. Ruben.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you for having me at this very important event. And hello, Shirley. It's great to see you, and it's always great to support you. I can't tell you how happy I am to do this. And many of you guys know Shirley is actually my mentor. She's actually the person that jump-started my career in transportation over 21 years ago. And she actually was the one that voluntold me to join COMTO back then. And so, and it was one of the best decisions I ever made. COMTO is a fantastic organization that reaches across this country and now into Canada, and really represents, minorities in transportation in ways that no other organization does. And Shirley is one of the very first persons that really kind of set the stage for this organization and the direction that it is going in and its place in the industry. And I can't be more than happy to support her and support this organization. So even though I'm in Dallas, I'm always I'm a Houstonian at heart. It's my hometown, and I'll always be supportive of everything and anything that's happening in Houston. And I just want to thank Shirley for her leadership and everything that she has done for Houston, for Metro, and for COMTO. So thank you for having me, and I'm so glad to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruben. We appreciate your remarks. It's almost like having you back here in Houston. Thank you. Next, let's please welcome David Johnson. David is a past president of the Houston COMTO chapter, and currently he is the Assistant General Manager at First Transit Houston. He is going to share with us a brief history on the Houston COMTO Scholarship Program. David.
Thank you so much, Melinda, for the introduction. The idea for the Shirley DeLibera Scholarship Program and fundraising event was initiated in 2009 by Kimberly Williams when she was serving as the president of COMTO's Houston chapter. It was a way to honor and commemorate Shirley's tremendous contribution to the advancement of Houston's public transportation. Shirley was the first African-American president and CEO of Metro, and she overcame powerful opposition to successfully design and build Houston's light rail system. She really earned her designation as the Queen of Transportation. At the first event, Shirley expressed excitement about being recognized in this way by the Houston COMTO chapter, and she's committed to supporting the scholarship event as long as she is alive and able. Thank you so much. She's done so by attending all of the past 11 events and has donated financially as well. Since the Houston's COMTO chapter inception in 1985, we've awarded more than $100,000 in scholarships to local youth. Several Houston area students have also benefited from national COMTO scholarships. Much praise and credit are due to several local chapter members who have served on COMTO's National Scholarship Committee. Our support for scholarship ensures that all students, especially minorities, will have a firm foundation of education on which they can build their success in the transportation field.
Thank you so much, David, and thank you for explaining the history. And now it is time to focus on our students. Let us together meet the first recipient of the 2021 COMTO Community Scholarship, Tanzir Ahmed, who attends the University of Texas, Dallas.
Hi, my name is Tanzir Ahmed. I am a mechanical engineer who goes to the University of Texas at Dallas from Houston, Texas. I am interested in mechanical engineering relating to automobiles and specifically electrical cars and reducing emissions costs to help save the environment. I consider myself an environmentalist as well as an auto enthusiast. I found out about COMTO through my father, who was a member of COMTO, and then I looked into it further to see what COMTO does for the minority community and further grew interested in COMTO through that. My role model is my father, Mustaq Ahmed Rumi. He's from Bangladesh and he became successful over here as an engineer, and I can't see anyone as a better role model than that. I love reading books, specifically dark fantasy novels, and one of the examples is Berserk. It helps motivate me to do my goals and become successful in life. I'd like to thank COMTO for giving me the scholarship as an opportunity for the future and investment for the future, and it reduces the financial burden that students can have, and for just believing in me. Thank you, COMTO.
Congratulations, Tanvir. So glad you could join us with that video today. At this time, COMTO's Houston chapter parliamentarian, Sophia Sibian, will recognize our special guest in attendance with us today. Sophia is the office manager, executive assistant to the president, and chief executive officer at the Metropolitan Transit Authority of Houston and Harris County. Sophia.
Thank you, Melinda. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Wonderful. First of all, I wanted to thank you for hosting this for us and being our MC. We really appreciate all that you do for us. And second of all, I wanted to thank everyone's a special guest, but we wanted to thank Senator Carol Alvarado for taking time from her schedule to join us today. And of course, Ms. Shirley DeLibero, we can say thank you enough to her for always being there for not only the Houston chapter, but for the national chapter as well. And Chair Freddie Fuller, thank you for joining us as well today. And I wanted to thank two of our Metro board members that are with us today, Board Member Christopher Hollins and Board Member Jim Robinson. Again, thank you to everyone for being here with us today, and to our great, great sponsors. Without you, we wouldn't be able to have this and be successful. Again, thank you, Melinda.
Thank you, Sophia. It's my honor to be here with you again. Thank you for your remarks. We will now hear from two members of the Houston chapter leadership team, Felicia Jones, COMTO Houston treasurer, who is the service evaluation analyst at Metro, and Charles Cave, COMTO Houston's second vice president, who is retired from Metro, and they will recognize our sponsors.
Thanks, Melinda. I want to first thank everyone for participating in the program today. This program could not exist without our dedicated, generous sponsors. Some of you have been supporting COMTO since we started the scholarship program many years ago, and for that, we are very grateful. We are pleased now to recognize our sponsors as of the program deadline. It is my pleasure to recognize our diamond sponsors who contributed $2,500 to $5,000 each. They are HNTB, Hill Day Public Relations, Barry Goodman with the Goodman Corporation, and HDR. Next, we would like to observe our gold sponsors who contributed $1,000 each. They are Raquel Olivier and Getty Zerenkelp with Zerenkelp Engineering Services. Thank you both for your support. I would also like to recognize our 5 silver sponsors who contributed $500 each. They are Dr. Carol Lewis, Ruben Landa, Shirley DeLibrio, Kim Slaughter with Sistra USA, and First Transit.
I am pleased to recognize our bronze sponsors who gave $250 to $300 each. They include Dr. Pearlie Shivers, Charles Cave, Jim Archer, David Johnson, and Marianne Collier. Next, I will recognize our Ruby sponsors who contributed $100 to $200 each. They include Weedy, Emily Anderson, Oscar Gonzalez, Sophie Simeon, Vincent Sanders, Lillian Mayo, Paul Como, and Chris Bowling. Finally, I would like to acknowledge our crystal sponsors who contribute $50. Her name is Gwen Goodman. Thank you to all of our diamond, gold, silver, bronze, ruby, and crystal sponsors. Now I will turn it back to Melinda.
Thank you, Felicia and Charles. We appreciate that. And now it's time, and we always, of course, appreciate our sponsors. We couldn't have this event and these scholarships without them. Now let's meet another COMTO scholarship recipient, Radiate Sanders, a graduate of DeBakey High School who will be going to Loyola University in New Orleans. She is the winner of the Jesse Broussard Lifetime Achievement Scholarship.
My name is Radiate Sanders. I'm from Houston, born and raised. I'm about to graduate DeBakey High School for Health Professions, and next semester I'll be attending Loyola University in New Orleans, and I'll be majoring in bio on a pre-med track. My career interests definitely, so I'm STEM, so I love STEM. So probably right now more of the healthcare field, as I just went to DeBakey High School for Health Professions, and that really opened my eyes to the healthcare field, and I really enjoy that. I learned about COMTO through my dad as an organization that he was a part of, and learning the meaning of it, the minorities in technology, something about that. I always love hearing about like my minorities and how they're doing so well, and just it reassures me that I know somebody's in transportation and they're also a minority. That's like a perfect place for them to go and feel comforted and not worry about anything else when they're there, especially due to their race. My role model is probably my mom, because for the fact that so my mom is from Ethiopia. She was born there and raised there. And so my mom came here when she, I think, was 19. And she came here with just like, and she just stayed with family. And she was just a 19-year-old girl trying to get through finishing her last year of high school. And my mom now has a PhD. And so the fact that she came here from Ethiopia with practically nothing, just like what her clothes and the things she'd packed, and she built a whole life. She's definitely one person I look up to. She's very supportive all the time, and she's very sweet to all my friends and everybody I know, and she's probably one of the best people I know in my life. So she's definitely someone I look up to. I love you, Dad. My favorite hobby, I had a struggle picking one, like my favorite thing, but it's photography, and like me and my dad, because that's something that we've always bonded over. Something, if I'm ever stressed, I go take my camera and I go take pictures, and it helps me. I would definitely love to thank COMTO for this scholarship, because college is expensive, and the money that they are giving me is helping me further my education, and hopefully one day when I go to medical school, I won't have to worry about being in debt, because any amount of money helps in any way, shape, or form. So it helps me and my family, and I'd really love to thank COMTO for that.
That was a great video. Congratulations to our second recipient. At this time, I am pleased to welcome Jason Reeves, Operation Manager from REM Services, Inc. Jason will now introduce our special keynote speaker, Chris Hollins.
Thank you, Melinda. I'm pleased to introduce our keynote speaker today. Chris Hollins is a member of the Board of Directors of the Metropolitan Transit Authority of Houston and Harris County. Chris is the former Harris County clerk, who is now an attorney in private practice as the principal attorney of the Hollins Law Group. His strong strategic skill set was developed early in his career by working as a management consultant with McKinsey & Company, where he flourished in applying analytics, and organizational best practices to transform public safety, defense, and security agencies. He also served in the White House Office of Presidential Personnel. Chris holds a political science from Morehouse College, an MBA from Harvard Business School, and a JD from Yale Law School. He is a strong advocate for voting rights, democracy, and good government. He is also a good family man. He and his wife, Morgan, are the proud parents of their daughter, Vivian, and their son, George.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, and thank you so much, brother, for that kind introduction. I want to again thank our sponsors for making this event and today's scholarships possible. Thank you to my fellow Metro board member, Jim Robinson, for being here, and to all the members of COMTO for being here today for this grand occasion. And thank you to the students and their parents for all of the hard work that you put in to chart your path and to earn the recognition that we're giving you today. Very well deserved. It's my pleasure to join you today to honor the Queen of Transit herself, Shirley A. DeLibero. To say that this year has been a challenge is an understatement, but no one knows challenges and how to overcome them better than Shirley. Shirley, you have led and paved the way for so many who now hold leadership positions in public transit. Many, if not most of these leaders would not have been there without your guidance, your leadership, your advice, but more importantly, your position as a role model. We appreciate this opportunity to express our gratitude to and for you. Now, this year's theme, Rise Up, Move Forward, Create Economic Opportunities, is the perfect message for this moment in time. As we approach the reopening of our community, we are coming out of a moment like no other. Our city, and indeed our entire society, have been challenged in ways that we have not seen in most of our lifetimes. And we've had to overcome so much loss, so much pain, and so many obstacles to reach this moment. But now we're seeing a new day. Businesses are opening up and increasing capacity. Employees are returning to work. We're moving around our community in a way that's safe for all of us. And we're getting closer to a new normal. And Metro is answering the call to move people throughout the Houston region to help our community to rise up and to rise to this occasion. In fact, we at Metro are working very hard on our Metro Next plan, which was approved by nearly 70% of Houston area voters in 2019. In keeping with the theme of today's event, to move forward, the Metro Moving Forward plan is an ambitious effort to serve more people in more places, to provide faster, more reliable, and more frequent service, and to provide better access and a better customer experience to all of Metro's riders. This will include new services such as Metro's new curb-to-curb on-demand app, more community connector zones, a regional express network utilizing untapped capacity on our highways, upgraded bus services known as boost corridors, and new bus rapid transit service like you now see on the beautiful Silver Line running along Post Oak Boulevard in the Galleria area. As you know, this work has already begun. And as the Houston region recovers from the COVID-19 pandemic, vaccination rates rise, and COVID cases reduce, Metro will move back to 100% service on June 6th, and customers will have more frequent service along several local and park and ride routes. The Metro Board continues its commitment to delivering the Metro Moving Forward plan. You will soon see significant improvements on the 54 Scott and 56 Montrose Airline bus routes, which will become boost corridors. We're also hard at work on 2 new bus rapid transit routes, the University Line and the Inner Katy Corridor. We remain committed to innovations as we are developing phase 2 of our autonomous vehicle program, and Metro will soon launch Wi-Fi throughout its entire fleet. While we've been working hard to provide transportation options, our economic impact is also felt through our award-winning small business program. Small businesses have always been an important part of our economy before the pandemic, and they'll remain so afterwards. And we at Metro are proud that our set of vendors, the people who we work with in the community, as well as our employees, represent all that makes up this great city and region here in Houston. We know that COMTO is a longstanding advocate of equity and diversity in the profession and among vendors of public transit services, and we share that commitment. Despite the challenging finances that our agency faced during the pandemic, Metro persisted in its commitment to use small and disadvantaged businesses. 107 Metro certified small businesses were on active contracts in fiscal year 2020. Metro implemented 2 revisions to our SBE program to increase participation, and we achieved our 57% small business goal commitment, exceeding our 35% aspirational goal by a long shot. We awarded 50 contracts with a small business goal, our highest number in the past 4 years. And we awarded $3.7 million in purchase orders to small and disadvantaged businesses for COVID-19 assistance specifically. But with the conversation around the death of folks like George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, the conversations around racial and social injustice that have been needed so much in our community, we know that we must do more. And so for today's scholarship recipients, the winners of the Shirley A. DeLibero Award, today is a symbol of our commitment to you and to the future of our industry. There's a lot of talk about the future of public transit, and we have a challenging road ahead, which is why we need bright, creative minds like yours more than ever. Whether it was a healthcare worker, whether you worked at Walmart or Target or CVS, or whether you fulfilled the Upteenth Amazon Award, public transit got you there. And you won't find a more meaningful and fulfilling career than public transit, and public transit right here in Houston to be particular. We hope that you accept this scholarship today and return to the industry that has invested in you. As we rise up, move forward, and create economic opportunity in our community, this is the moment. And with you, we can transform the new normal of public transit to meet and exceed expectations. I hope that you will continue on this journey with us. And again, Shirley, it is an honor and a pleasure to celebrate the 12th year of the Shirley DeLibero Scholarship and to see the seeds of so much of your work take flight and grow and thrive. Thank you again to Houston COMTO, and congratulations once more to all of today's scholarship recipients.
Ms. Hollins, thank you. Thank you so much. You are such an example for so many of us here in the Houston community through various things that you are doing to support the community. And I'd like to personally thank you and your wife for what you've also done for Texas Southern University and our students. We're well aware of your commitment to students. What an inspiring message for us today. So hang on in there, Chris Hollins. We need you to stand by for a minute, because next we will hear from Dr. Pearlie Shivers, COMTO Houston Chapter President and Professor at Houston Community College Speech Communication Division, who has a very special award presentation for Chris.
Thank you, Melinda. Wow. Chris Collins, what can we say? I feel like we need to be getting ready to vote for you for something, the next move in your career. You got my vote. Wow, you are so spellbounding. So on behalf of the Houston COMTO chapter, we have an award that we're going to present to you. Let me just read what it says. It says the 12th annual Shirley A. DeLibero Scholarship Program Fundraiser, theme, Rise Up, Move Forward, and Create Economic Opportunities. This is the keynote speaker award that we're presenting to you because we feel it was very strategic that you set the tone for what we're going to do next, not only with Metro, but in our community and in our academic settings, so that we can continue the legacy Ms. Shirley A. DeLibero has begun. Thank you so much, Chris. We look forward to doing much more with you in the future and our other board of trustees at Metro. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's an extreme honor and a privilege to receive this award today, to be here with you. And we have so much more work to do to continue to improve our community, to make sure that our kids and our grandkids have a city that they can grow up in and thrive in. And I continue to be committed to doing anything that I can do to be a part of that story and a part of that journey. And being part of Metro's board is certainly part of that. And it's been a real pleasure.
Chris Hollins, thank you so much. Thank you for all that you do. And again, congratulations on receiving your thank you. That is well deserved. Just want to remind everyone who's joining us today, if you didn't have a chance to check out the electronic program, it's available in your chat, and you can also download it and keep referring to it to think about just how wonderful today was. Just wanted to give you that reminder. Next, we will have a very brief video presentation from one of our sponsors, HNTB.
When trains helped lead the westward expansion, we were there. Then as motor vehicles became the dominant mode of transportation and our interstate highway system expanded nationwide, we were there. And right now, as cities prepare for the future of mobility, we are here. HNTB is helping communities connect people and places, and so much more. We are here to leave a permanent impact where we live and work. By rethinking the future of transportation, we're bringing people together and expanding opportunity, working with you to create the infrastructure solutions that turn your challenges into successful community icons. You don't have to look far to see our impact. All across the country, you'll find places where our innovative spark is generating ideas to strengthen communities. So when it comes to achieving your goals and leaving a legacy, no challenge is too big. And as we head into the future prepared to hand off the world to our children, we're reimagining everything from the ground up and harnessing the power of collaboration. We are here to create the community that's important to you, to all of us. We have been a part of your community in the past. We are here now, and we will continue to be here with you as we work together to build our community, our home.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am now pleased to introduce to you the speaker representing our sponsor, HNTB, Mike Boenis. Mike is the HNTB Houston office leader and vice president responsible for overseeing all operations in the region. He leads approximately 95 multidisciplinary transportation professionals who deliver highway, toll, aviation, transit, municipal, and other services to clients in the greater Houston area. HNTB's signature infrastructure projects in the Houston area include US 290 improvements for TxDOT, management and construction management for the replacement of the Houston Ship Channel Bridge, for the $7.5 billion Metro Next bond program for Houston Metro, program management and project administration for Hurricane Harvey recovery efforts for Harris County, design for Houston Metro's North Center, and I think I can catch my breath now, services for the Houston airport system. Let's hear from HNTB's Boenis.
Thank you, Melinda, and thank you to all of you for the opportunity to be a part of this great event. I want to give a special thank you to Shirley DeLibero, and thank you so much for all of your contributions over the years and the legacy you have built in transportation. It's just unbelievable what you've done and what you've accomplished and the path that you've set forward for future generations. And also congratulations to all of the scholarship recipients and good luck to you in whatever field that you choose and just congratulations and for the hard work that you've done. At HNTB, we are proud to work alongside our clients and partners to help shape the future of mobility here in Houston and around the country. It is these valued partnerships and the power of transportation that are creating a more connected future and economic opportunities for everyone. As transportation professionals, we all play a role in connecting our communities. It is our responsibility to carry out projects with a focus on providing equity-based transportation infrastructure. And that requires investment in all modes of transportation, whether it's highway improvements, local bus, park and ride, and HOV systems, bus rapid transit, light rail, commuter rail, and even high-speed rail, and others. Each mode of transportation work together in unison to create an equitable community and provide access to the resources that everyone needs to get to jobs, school, healthcare, and entertainment. We work with our partners across the country and here locally with Metro, TxDOT, Harris County, City of Houston, and our surrounding region, investing in all modes of transportation to create vibrant and sustainable communities. Each and every day, we are working together to create solutions that connect people and places, expand opportunity, and in turn, create a brighter future for everyone. HNTB is honored and proud to support the COMTO Houston chapter, and we look forward to continuing to work with you to improve our region's mobility and provide economic opportunity to all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mike. Our third and final COMTO scholarship recipient, Chelsea Velasquez. She's joining us now and she's highlighted in this next video.
My name is Chelsea Velasquez. I was born and raised in Houston, Texas. I currently attend Houston Community College Southeast Campus, and my major is liberal arts and humanities. My career interest is to improve my leadership and networking skills as an administrative assistant for Houston Community College. When it comes to business and transportation, I'm interested in the logistics field, specifically in logistics management. I feel this field focuses more on the business relationships within companies, so I'm able to apply networking skills, leadership skills, customer service, and marketing all in one. I learned about COMTO through my former speech professor, Dr. Perry Shivers. She's the one that introduced it to me during speech class. My role model is my mom, Cindy. She's my role model because she's always been the voice for our family. She's always looking out for us. She's always pushing us to just do it. Whatever we set our minds to, we can do it. She exemplifies leadership. She's confident. She prays. She's a prayer warrior. So she exemplifies faith, and that's most important for me. I have many hobbies, many hobbies, but two of my most favorite hobbies are doing arts and crafts and selling and baking pastries. Both keep me creative, but they also make me extra money on the side, so that's why they're my favorite hobbies. I would like to thank COMTO for the scholarship award. It is going to really help pursue my dreams and one day opening my own business. It has really helped lift the burden off my shoulders with allowing me to enroll in classes that I couldn't afford before, and now I'll be able to complete my courses and one day graduate and walk the stage. Thank you so much, COMTO.
Congratulations, Chelsea. Aren't these students amazing? All of our recipients today have been outstanding and so multi-talented as well. Okay, so our next speaker, I'm always excited about this speaker, is Kim Williams, Chief Innovation Officer at the Metropolitan Transit Authority of Houston and Harris County. She is here today to introduce the great Shirley DeLibrio with some special remarks. Kim.
Thank you so much, Melinda. I always appreciate you for helping us with this event and appreciate your time and the tap dancing you have to do today. Nobody does it better. It's a pleasure to be with you today, and it's proud to be here on behalf of Houston Metro. And just want to say thank you to our leadership. I think Tom Lambert is on, our president and CEO. And of course, want to recognize our leadership and board members. Board member Hollins gave an inspirational speech. We're so appreciative. We also have Jim Robinson and Bob Fry on. And they have led the way, but I also want to take a moment to recognize the trailblazer who has created a transformational space for us in Houston with her work as the president and CEO of Houston Metro. I can tell you that she was also a leader in Dallas and New Jersey transit system, but I think today's words from the participants really says it all. She's a trailblazer, she's a mentor, she's an advocate, she invests in the future, and she has been the biggest champion of doing that for Houston COMTO, for COMTO National, and for her scholarship also with the American Public Transit Association. She gives so much, and we are just honored from the Houston chapter to be able to give something back in her name to the community. I feel all is well. It's our future in public transit from the amazing applicants. We've seen over 12 amazing years. So without further ado, I please ask you to join me in welcoming the Queen of Transit herself, Shirley A. DeLibrio.
Hi, everybody. How are you? What a great program. Hey, Chris, I wish you were on the board when I was there. It would have been a piece of cake to Bill Rail. Hello first to my Houston family. They'll always, my Houston Metro family, they'll always be a dear place in my heart for you. And to the COMTO scholarship recipients, I am so proud of all of you. It's, I said I'm gonna be on and be involved, you know, till as long as I'm on this side of the grass. And as I go on, you know, this year I'm gonna be 84. So, you know, I'm getting pretty old. And I'm looking at all you youngsters in there and I'm like, all I can say is keep that picture of me, the one you have on there. I like that one because I look young on there. Also, I want to say hi to Tom Lambert, my successor. I don't count the other one that was behind me because you're the one accomplishing everything there. Congratulations to you. And I know you won a big award this year from APTA, so you keep on doing great things. I miss all of you. When I look at all your faces here on Zoom, I remember all the wonderful days and the times we shared and the rough times we had trying to convince these people in Houston that they needed rail. But it sounds like listening to Chris and your infrastructure program, and I know Tom Lambert will be there to make sure it happens. It sounds like everything's moving in the direction that we anticipated when we first started this rail project. So to all of you at Metro, it's great seeing you all. I'm so glad that these recipients, you had 3 wonderful recipients today, and we're gonna continue this on. And you know, it was funny, I just booked a trip. You can't take the rail away from me. I just booked a trip where I fly to London and then I get on a train and I proceed through Europe to Switzerland. So, you know, transit's always in my heart. So it's great seeing you all. Hi, Sophie, how are you? And Ruben, thanks for all those kudos. You know, when I get off this Zoom meeting today, my head's going to be so big I won't be able to walk out of the room. But I just want to say I miss you all. It's an honor and a pleasure to be your scholarship name and continue the good work. Much love to all of you. And Houston Metro and Houston will always have a little bit of my heart. And Chris, give my love to the mayor. He's a great guy and he's doing a great job. Thank you.
Sure will. Thanks.
You look great. And we're so glad that you could join us today. And I think so many people on this call and at this event have benefited from your leadership and your inspiration. So thank you again.
Thank you.
Next, we will have a CWC chat with COMTO, an update from Sister USA CEO Kim Slaughter.
Hi, COMTO Houston family. I'm Kimberly Slaughter, CEO of Sister USA. Please accept my apologies for not being with you live today, but I couldn't wait to tell you that we still have the next in a series of chats with COMTO coming up. On the table is a discussion of the regional disparity studies that have been done by the transportation divisions of public agencies in our region. I know you're just as anxious to hear the results of them and to question our panelists about what solutions will be implemented and how will they serve both our communities, the people, and the businesses of those communities. I look forward to be speaking with you next time, and have a great day.
Thank you, Kim. And our closing remarks this afternoon will come from Vincent Sanders. Vincent.
I just want to say, Melinda, thank you again. We did this less than a year ago and want to thank you so much for being part of the COMTO family. Shirley, you're still looking good, girl. You're still looking good. Still looking good.
Thank you.
I just want to thank the many guests and again, just thank our sponsors for stepping up and to make sure that we have the funds to support a pipeline of future transportation officials. Remember, it takes a village to raise a child. It definitely takes a village to raise a child. And with that, Argentina, once again, you came through for us. Thank you so much, and your staff at Hill Day for your assistance with this event. We could not have pulled this off without your support. I also want to thank our COMTO Scholarship Committee for working together to pull this off in such a stellar manner. Because we really want to get back into the community once again, it takes funds to make this happen. So I know David Johnson and Jason are working on a golf tournament, and you will hear more about that in the near future. Also, we want to again work back with the community, so we will be having sponsorships, mentorships, and internship programs with our youth. So until then, be careful still be careful out there. Stay healthy and successful. Thank you.
Thank you, Vincent, and thank you to everyone for joining us today. And just so you all know, Argentina is always close by. I can always just kind of grab her. That's how close we are together. So she is here working on this event. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. And remember, our theme today, rise up, move forward, and create economic opportunities. Thank you again. Have a great afternoon. Have a great day.